Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights, where 5 nights a week we give you the latest, the greatest, the shameless, largely from the famous of the entertainment industry. I am JD Nero, aka He Who Pods, aka I know what you was doing. I was like, wait, should I stop? Never
No.
stop. AKA
Can't stop,
Rearview
won't stop.
Mirror.
Oh.
Hey.
I'm at Rockefeller Records. We get
Okay.
down. We get down.
We get down, baby. We get down, baby. Girls, the girls, they love us. All right, here.
Yeah, I didn't mean that other thing. No, absolutely. I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B, aka Cool Grandma, but not really, aka I would rather be in bed right now.
She's back, y'all. Like she never left.
I'm here.
You know what I'm saying? She said it's been a
Barely.
week since I did a pod, but bam, I'm back, bitches.
A
It hasn't been
week.
a week. It's an exaggeration. Come
You see how people
on.
do you?
Come
You
on.
take one day off. You see how people do you? All right. Well, I
Your last
took
pod.
one day
Your last pod
off.
was Friday.
What's the
Listen, Dash
topic
is not a
today?
topic today. Okay, right, exactly. So Netflix dropped a trailer for a movie that's coming out called His and Hers. It comes out January 8th. It stars Tessa Thompson and hold on, I'm gonna get his name wrong. Let me get it right. And thank you. When I see him, I just think the Punisher. So
Yeah.
I couldn't come up here and say the Punisher, especially because there's a new Punisher in town, thanks to the Diddy trial. So I want to make sure I say the right thing.
Also, there's a there's a male ballerina named Punisher as well.
So the His and Her trailer is out. It looks good. It comes out January 8th. I'm excited. They took two like B-list, C-list. I don't know where they fall, but they took two actors who are not stars of films usually. And I know some people are going to say Tessa Thompson is a star in Creed. She's not. She's a supporting actress, and she's great in that, but she's not the star of the film. And so they took two supporting actors and made them the top dogs in the film. I always think it's interesting when they do that. It's like saying, we believe in you, B-roll actors, I guess. I don't like labeling people. I'm just trying to say how Hollywood looks at it, not me. I think they took two good actors and said, we're going to put you up there and give you some shine. I always think that's fly.
She's never starred. No, I know the answer to my question, but she's been the star of a movie before.
Okay.
Is that
but those two people are not usually number one on the call sheet, is what I'm saying.
okay? That's fair. I was just thinking about Sylvie's Love that she did with Amazon, MGM, both, whatever, however they
Both
say
of them,
that.
same
She
company.
was the star of that film. Great film, by the way. If you like love movies, not you, but if you, any of you like love movies, check out Sylvie's Love on Amazon. It's very good. It's very sweet.
What do you think of the trailer?
It reminded me of something I saw already.
Say it.
So it didn't.
Don't be
It was.
scared.
It reminds me of Presumed Innocent,
Absolutely.
but like a little bit more in your face, I guess. There was a lot of beating around the bush in Presumed Innocent. Like you don't really get to it until the end, where
Right. They was playing
there's like
a lot
this.
of mind games with you.
Right, right. This
Yeah.
one is a little bit more forward in that they're looking at each other like, "Did you do it? Did you do it?" You know.
Right.
So I thought this was interesting. I like Tessa Thompson, and I like both of them. I think this will be really interesting. It just looks like something I've seen before, but I'm not against watching it. It looks like it's going to be interesting. I love
Mhm.
a good murder mystery, so why not?
Right. Yep. I agree. It looks good.
Definitely
It
built
looks like they watched.
suspense.
Yep. It looks like they watched Presumed Innocent and was like, we're gonna give you Presumed Innocence in film version and put our own spin on it. And yes, for those watching, I understand. I actually recently learned that Presumed Innocent was a movie in the 90s, not just a fly ass Apple show. So
Yeah.
I'm saying it looked like they watched that TV show that everybody watched on Apple and was
Hmm.
like, all right, we took our notes.
Yeah.
Okay, what we want to change. All right. And they're doing their own spin on it. So I agree. And I'm curious what kind of twists and turns we're going to get from them as opposed to the show. I'm definitely going to be comparing them. It's foul. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, they're very similar. So it's hard not to.
At least from this trailer, that's what it looks like.
I couldn't figure out from the trailer. Is this a movie?
I think so, yeah.
What do you think about that? I know we don't have a lot of time to dive into that, but I've been noticing lately that unless they specifically tell me, I can't figure it out. And it didn't say what it was.
It didn't say, but I think it looks like a film, but I'm on my way to find out. What do I think about trailers not telling you? I think the trailer should tell you if it's a series. And that's what makes me think it's a movie because I feel like if it was a series, it would say a limited series or 8
Okay,
episodes
that's
or
fair.
something of that nature. But we're about to find out. His
Yeah, so
and hers.
I guess it is a movie.
Man. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, oh, oh. It is not a movie. It says episodes on IMDb. 6
It's really
episodes.
it's really confusing these days. I can't tell the
I'm gonna
difference.
stop looking before I find something out I'm not supposed to find out. 6
Right.
episodes. All right, so I
And
was wrong, and we proved it real fast.
and maybe that's by design because streaming because everything is now centered to one place, right? Like you don't have to go to the movies to see a movie. I mean, you never really had to go to the movies to see a movie, but you know what I mean? Like something that's no, I'm not saying you. I like going to the movies. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking in general that a lot of movies go straight to streaming. They don't
Yes,
even
you're right.
they're not even going to the theaters. So I'm just speculating if they do this on purpose so that because it really doesn't matter, right? It's going to bring you over there anyway. It'll bring for people who prefer a TV series, you know, if they, it kind of blurs the lines, right? Or for someone who prefers a film, it may blur the lines. So by
Yeah,
the time they get to it, they're like, oh, this is actually a series. I think I'll watch it anyway. It looks interesting. I'm just wondering if that's what they're trying to do.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm no longer interested in this.
Because it's a series. And that's what I'm
I already
saying. I
saw
think they're
Presumed
doing
Innocent.
this on purpose for people like
No, and you
you.
could be absolutely right. Yeah, you could be absolutely right. But see, here's the difference. Your trailer will get me to the app. Yes. But when I get there and I have the remote in my hand and I'm like, "Ooh, okay, let's see what's on. Let's see
Hmm.
what's on." When I hit it and it says 6 episodes, guess what I'm going to say? Nah.
There's people who are going to click anyway.
Oh, no, no,
And
no.
they know
I'm not
that.
saying you're wrong about that. No, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't
disputing
think you're
that.
saying
I'm
I'm
just
wrong.
saying personally, now if this was an hour and a half, hey, I was in there, even 2 hours, but I'm not
Hmm.
giving you 5 hours. 6 episodes is at least 5 hours. Nah, I already saw the show. I already saw Presumed Innocent. I'm cool. I'll wait for somebody else to review it and then I'll possibly reconsider. But I'm good
Yeah.
on this now.
Okay. That's
We can
that's
move
fair.
on.
Let's move
You
on.
still watching it?
Yeah, I would watch it. I mean, when I said I would watch
All
it, I
right,
didn't know what it was.
all right. You good? All right.
I like
Let's head
Tessa
to this post from
Thompson.
the
I like
Shady.
to.
Finish.
I was just gonna say I like Tessa Thompson, so I like to support her films when she's in one. and she seems to be, preparing for a run. She just released Hedda, which is a movie based on a play. Um, and now this is coming soon, so good for her.
Yes. And that I'm all with. I mean, like I said, I was excited they was giving these people a chance to be the stars of the film, but now we know it's a show. But anyway, so I'm with
Mm-hmm.
you on that. So it says here, this is according to the Shade Room. It says, SZA is the latest musician to call out the White House as they continue to push their pro-ICE agenda. This week, a video of ICE officers aggressively arresting people appeared on the White House's social media pages with the caption, quote, "We heard it's cuffing season, and the season is SZN, like SZA." It says, "Bad news for criminal illegal aliens. Great news for America." That's the quote. The video was accompanied by SZA's song Big Boys, which was featured in the SNL skit in 2022. SZA saw it and responded. SZA says, I can't zoom in on Instagram. Sorry, I got to put this kind of close to my face because I'm blind. It says, it says White House rage baiting artists to free promo is peak dark inhumanity. Plus, shock and all tactics, evil and boring. And now I could move this further because thankfully the Shade Rooms gave us a full screen for the next quote. The White House said to a statement to Variety, oh, sorry. In a statement to Variety, White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson commented, quote, "Thank you, SZA, for drawing even more attention to the tremendous work America's ICE officers are doing by arresting dangerous criminal illegal aliens from American communities."
I don't have a lot to say about this. Obviously, this is wrong. But what I will say is, all y'all who like to invite people to the cookout, because they know your music or they've seen the movies you like, or, they can reference things that are of the culture. I just want to remind you that every time you extend an invite to the cookout and you make people feel like it's okay to, perform blackness or to, sing our songs, rap along with our songs and say the words that we can say, but they're not supposed to. And, all of those different things that happen. I could make a list of all the things that happen when, you know, we're so accepting and so willing to open the door. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes this happens. I just imagine like a Gen Z person working with the people who are in the big house in DC and saying, you know what song would be good for this? You know what I'm thinking? I just imagine that in this moment. When I read this, that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, who do they have on staff that like put two and two together? So, people might not like what I'm saying, but the reality of the situation is things get a little bit too free over there with our things. This just frustrated me because it was like, SZA, how y'all even get to SZA? How y'all even know who SZA is? Like the hate mongers. Let's be real. I don't. Whatever. This frustrated me so bad.
I'm gonna make my totally feel you, and I'm gonna make my response brief. These are the same types of people who often say that we are thugs, we are criminals,
Yep.
and hip hop is poisoning our youth.
Yep.
And once upon a time, Biggie had the perfect line, which is, you cursed it, but rehearsed it. These are the same
Hmm.
people who say, hey, man, I'm going to sue Eminem because I don't want my kids listening to that stuff. But you'll put SZA in your commercial. Why? Because it's convenient, because it's helpful. And you'll say some nasty shit back to SZA like, thank you for putting more promo for free
Yep.
on our advertisement. And they're being
It's
sarcastic
gross.
assholes, but they're
Yeah.
right. It is free promo. And it shouldn't be. But
No.
this is the problem, and I'm gonna just say this and shut the fuck up. But this is the
Hmm.
problem when you don't own your music. Because
Well,
someone had to sign off on that song to be used.
yes, but
And I
also
believe
we have
it may
learned.
not have been SZA.
Right. Right. Of course. I was just gonna say I don't even think that matters today. I don't think whether they own their music or not would have made a difference. I think they still would have used it because we have seen recently, we have seen this year, I should say, that it doesn't matter what rule, what law, what anything is in place. Anything goes. You think they're worried about
Yeah, but then
SZA?
you can have your day in court.
Sure, but I mean, even
No,
that
but
is
I'll see
not,
you in court then.
that hasn't been working for people, is all I'm saying. The day in court.
I hear you.
Everything's getting, like,
I hear you.
there's no law and order anymore. And I'm not even
I hear you.
I'm not even that person,
I
but
think I think you don't even I hear you. I think it's worse when you don't have a say so.
agree. I just feel
When your
like,
label already signed off on it and already took the check, what can you do?
yeah, it's happening with people's. I think it's important to say this because we're podcasters. I mean, we don't currently get any ad revenue, but I think it is important for people to hear us say that this is also happening with things like your podcasts where you're going to listen to something that you would normally listen to, and maybe it has nothing to do with politics or anything like that, but you're going in and you're hearing ads that are either an ICE ad or some sort of political right ad or something like that, and a lot of your creators don't even know that this is happening. What I would say, just as a rule of thumb, if you know that you are listening to a creator that does not, or watching a creator that does not agree with any of those things, contact them. They do not know that this is happening. This happens all the time. And I've listened to podcasts before where they've been like, even Demetria, who we talk about sometimes on here with her Ratchet and Respectable podcast, she's come on and been like, yo, thank you so much for contacting me and telling me that, like, that ad for so and so or such and such or for this thing or that thing ran in my podcast because I did not know. So I don't.
Right.
I say all that to say, like, I just feel like anything goes right now. Like, it doesn't. There's no good best practices happening. I feel like the best practices are going out the window. People are just doing whatever to further their agenda.
And speaking of doing whatever to further your agenda, Danity Kane announced a new tour and is currently on tour. The tour is called The Untold Chapters. Their announcement post says, we're excited to have Jules Leslie, I guess is the name, on tour with us. See you all soon. Get your tickets before they are gone. And the ad says, "This isn't a comeback, it's a revelation. Hashtag the untold chapters." Oh, chapter, no S.
They expect the tickets to be gone. Real question. I'm not gonna say no shade because that is shady. I don't mean it to be. I just don't know how else to ask the question. They are planning on selling out shows. Is the following that large? Maybe that's a better question.
Never been my demo. I'm not in their demo.
Do you have a first aid kit handy? Do you? That was them. But like, and what are the untold chapters? Are they singing new music? And it says that it's only 3 of them.
One chapter, the untold chapter.
So is that music that's unreleased? And there's only 3 of them? There were originally 5 of them. I was so confused when I saw an ad. Yeah, I saw that and I was really confused by it. Who are the 3? Do we know who the 3 are? I assume it's Dawn. Now this is gonna sound shady too. I assume it's Dawn because I feel like Dawn always be up in the mix with things. She like Dawn is hungry. I don't, and she's very talented, so there's no question there. But like Dawn been hungry for years. Like if there's an opportunity, she gets on that opportunity. So I could totally see her doing this. I just don't know who the 2 other people would be. Maybe Aubrey? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't want to talk about people who have been the subject of abuse. So I'm going to leave it there. Good for them. I wish them well on their future endeavors. I feel like if I continue to ask questions and I continue to give opinions on this, I'm going to look like a jerk. And that's not what we're here for. I don't want to tear people down and I don't want to question people's motives or, um, you know, how people's coping, and healing. I don't want to do that. I'm just very confused. This seems odd to me. And the timing of it just seems odd. I don't mean that the timing is odd because it's gratuitous, whatever, everything is gratuitous, but the timing is odd to me because it just feels like, are y'all okay? That's why I'm asking about the timing, not because if the timing is to capitalize off of all the stuff about Diddy, then whatever. I don't care. I don't think they owe him anything different.
I mean,
I just want to know if
see
they're
what
okay.
else it could be though, because what else could it be, right? Like,
yeah, which is fine. It doesn't offend me in any way. I don't feel any kind of way about it. Do what y'all want to do off of the, the recognition or whatever resurgence you're getting because of this. Turn your negative into a positive in some way. Sure, do that. I don't care about that. Like I'm not worried about that. But I do want to ask, are they okay? Because I didn't even know the group was cool like that.
I think it's weird as fuck.
Do you have a first aid kit handy? Do you? I don't know any other words.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights.